So I had left off with the story of a house, and my favorite vocabulary word, archives. Let me tell you another story. This one has Doll in it, and Doll and her little boyfriend came up to a place that I had worked at. And I was pregnant with our middle son at the time, newly pregnant. And they were talking about they were getting out of town. They were going to catch a flight, go somewhere for a while. Well, the little boyfriend that she was with, there was a missing persons report out for him. He was a Pittsburgh police narcotics detective's son. And like I told you, one of my dad and I's favorite things to do together outside of fight nights was sit and watch the news and have coffee. So her little boyfriend, he, adopted the Eminem look. Bleach blonde hair, white tee, baggy clothes. I recognized him from the news. I even called him on it. And his answer was, "Oh, you seen one white boy, you seen them all." I said, "No, I've seen you. You were just on the news. I watched it with my dad." So I'm continuing the work. And when I come back to my little table, my stand, my purse was gone. Not the purse that I carry around every day, but the purse I used at work. It was gone. And I'm like, they stole it. They stole it. So I proceed to hop in my vehicle along with another person I had worked with. We call 911 and get transferred to Allegheny County's 911. And I explained to Allegheny County's 911 who we had just seen because there was a missing persons report out for him, and where they were heading, which was Pittsburgh International Airport. I explained to them that, we're not in pursuit, but I can see their taillights. They tell me to turn around at the next exit, go back. They have Pittsburgh police already en route to Pittsburgh International. They had been looking for that kid for some time now, and they're going to have them apprehended and detained when they arrive at Pittsburgh International. So ultimately, they arrive at Pittsburgh International Airport, and Pittsburgh police are there waiting for them, which was a good thing because that check of a friend he was hanging out with is no good. No good. No good. And Doll tried to tell him, but, some lessons are learned firsthand because you don't want to take people's advice. So they get apprehended at Pittsburgh International. Ultimately, Doll gets in trouble for, stealing my purse. We go to court. She pays restitution and she apologized. Doll and I are good. So, Doll, if you see this, we're good. We're good. The people you hang around will get you into some shit. They definitely will. And that's a story. When did that happen? That would have been 03, because our middle son was born in 04. So I'm sure at that time that boyfriend kid that Doll was with was pressured and manipulated into some old other shit. I'm sure of it. Why else would you do that? You had a decent home life. It's not like you were being abused or neglected. You had a decent home life. No, you may not have had the newest PlayStation or Xbox or the newest game, but you were taken care of. You had people who loved you and took care of you. There are so many stories throughout my life where each time those stories ring true, I literally hear my dad's voice like Munchkin. And I just start laughing because I'm like, I know, Dad, who you pal around with. I know. There was a girl who we had worked with briefly. She was from a gypsy family. Her name was Harley. I got an odd phone call one night, late night. And then no one ever heard from her again. Don't know where she is, don't know what she's doing. I happened to go to high school with a girl who worked in a couple of the clubs in Pittsburgh, and then she went out to California. Her exact words were, I'm going to be in Playboy. And she invited me to go out with her, and I was like, I'm not going out to California. She's like, oh, come on, there's more money out there, tourism, da-da-da. Yeah, no. I have a daughter at home, and I take care of my father. I'm not going to California. You don't know who those people are out there. You don't know what their motives are. Ultimately, that girl, she made it into Playboy. She did. And then shortly after that, she was found overdosed. And I tried to tell her when we were in Pittsburgh together, you gotta be careful of who you pal around with. You gotta be careful. I don't sit here and do that woulda, coulda, shoulda because I held that conversation with her before she left. I do at times get slightly disappointed she didn't heed my advice because she'd be here today and, we do the normal, like, girlfriend things, like have macchiatos in my fun garden or take a picture in front of Christmas present because you were here for it. I'm going to keep beating this one like a war drum because I keep telling y'all it's who you pal around with. Not everybody has good intentions for you. And these, let me not use my bad words and disappoint the saints, but these so-called friends of yours have ulterior motives for you. They have ulterior motives for you. They are only friends with you to get close to you and do wrong to you. Do wrong to you. I keep trying to tell y'all, and I keep trying to tell y'all, I'm going to beat this one like a war drum because I've watched these stories so many times in my own personal life and behind people I actually know. It's not just, oh, I social media know, like your picture, thumbs up. No, these are people I actually know. It's who you pal around with, who you call friend. They have ulterior motives. They definitely do. And if I can get more of you to hear that fact, let alone accept that fact, your fate will be greater. You'll have greater purpose in life because you will have avoided so many of those landmines. So many of them. There's ulterior motives in almost everything. And if you're not smart and you're not wise, you're going to fall straight into that landmine. There's just landmine after landmine after landmine in life once you're a teenager. Whether it's, hooking up with some girl or some boy, or being at a party and getting drunk and doing drugs, those are all landmines. They're all landmines. I swear every high school in America has a story about the one girl that got drunk and did some drunkish behavior stuff in front of everybody. I think every high school in America has one of those stories. I know my high school did. Y'all just keep... You want to click up so bad, and I follow, it's human nature. It's not always the wisest thing to do, though. It truly isn't. It truly isn't. You got to be careful who you allow around you. And if any of you even make it far enough to be married, you got to be careful who you allow around your marriage. Because everybody has ulterior motives. Everybody does. You got to be careful who you allow around you, because that other information, that different information, all that is just trying to stir the shit pot, cause drama in your own life. And you can stay away from me with all that. You can stay way, way away from me with all that. I don't allow people around me. I have very few friends. Oh, I have a lot of acquaintances. I have hundreds of acquaintances. I have very few friends. And as far as my personal life goes, probably only my family knows about that. And I mean the family I was born with and the family I inherited through marriage. That's it. You running around calling your friends family, oh my. Go ahead. Go ahead, fam. Go ahead. Generation Z, you guys do some of the dumbest, pettiest, just, let me not use my bad words, little brat shat ever in relationships. Like, you play all sorts of games with each other, and they're pick, poke, and tit for tat games. Then you wonder why your relationships have like a shelf life of maybe a year and a half, 2 years. Cans of peas have a longer shelf life. Cans of peas have a longer shelf life than y'all's relationships and marriages do. You should be very disappointed in that. Extremely disappointed in that. You will try harder at a video game than you will with the person you supposedly want to create a life with. Now, isn't that something? Isn't that something? Some of the games y'all play, they're literally tit for tat. And I promise you, like, not only do I not engage, if you wanted me to actually engage, you could replace my fun tree. You could replace it. Because I don't engage in those games. That's not something I do or my generation did or even the generations before me. Generation X does not engage in tit for tat petty games. We don't do it. That's not our thing. Not even close. I've watched this so many times. And you know another thing y'all do? You will spend an exorbitant amount of money on one day. Oh, it's supposed to be the best day of my life. The best day of your life was you getting married. The amount of money that y'all spend on one day, and it's literally just a couple hours. It's just a few hours. Ceremony, reception. Just a couple hours. I've seen people spend well over $10,000 on their wedding for their marriage not to have lasted a calendar year. Do you want to know what we spent on our wedding? Just under $1,500. Just under $1,500. My mom and her girlfriend made all the food. One of the largest expenses out of our entire wedding was our DJ. I got him in Duquesne. And the second largest expense out of our wedding was the gown I wore. And I got extremely lucky. Gina Marie's in West Mifflin was going out of business. It was the same place that my mother bought her wedding gown. It was the same place that my aunt bought her wedding gown when she married my sailor uncle. I spent more on alterations on that gown than I spent on the actual gown. And I still have it. I still have it. I got the social media challenge of the millennia for y'all. Instead of spending 10, 20 grand on a wedding, on a ceremony, spend that on your 20th anniversary party. Spend it on your 20th anniversary party. I have the social media challenge of the millennia because I'm so tired of scrolling through Facebook and I see everybody's beautiful wedding pictures and they're pretty. They are. I'm not going to lie. They're pretty. But when you start calculating that up in your head and you're like, yeah, well, that's probably around like 8-10 grand. Their marriage isn't even lasting 8-10 months. Do you know why? Financial reasons and discrepancies is one of the number one reasons people get divorced. It's one of the number one reasons people get divorced. So instead of you spending 10, 20 grand on one day, do it as cheaply as possible. Be frugal. Be smart. Quit inviting the entire county. The county didn't care. They just wanted the free liquor. The county didn't care. Quit inviting the entire county. Keep your wedding small. Keep your ceremony small. Stack money later and spend it on your 20th anniversary party. The party that blew out all other parties, spend it there. Because I know that's what I'm going to do. I know that's what me and my husband are going to do. We're going back to the original place we got married at, which is City of McKeesport's Renzi Rose Garden. We're going to renew our vows there. And then we'll go for our anniversary party. And I'll probably do 2 dresses that day. I'm thinking it's a 2-dress day. The original and then one I buy just for the occasion. I'm thinking it's a 2-dress day. There's the social media challenge of the millennia. So I would like you little youngins to go ahead and run tell that. Big flex. All the magic and joy.